Well, guys, it's been quite a night getting through the four remaining episodes of Daredevil from Netflix, the third season. Wow, so pitiful that they didn't bother to continue with the fourth season due to because of the monopoly system. Anyway, episode 10 of season 3 focuses on Karen Page and what she's been going through years before she met Matt and Foggy. She was a wild, horny party girl who had a crooked boyfriend, who had a low-life boyfriend she slept without no because to hang out with. She was struggling. She was having a hard time putting up with her father for not doing much to keep to keep their business afloat. And she couldn't go to college. Eventually, she got high and started losing her temper with her father and her brother, and she goes out with hang out with her boyfriend. But then her brother got overprotective, started burning her boyfriend's house. Her boyfriend tried to kill him, and then it provoked her into shooting her own boyfriend just to save her own brother. But then, when they tried to get her to a hospital, she ended up running into a bump, and the car flipped over, and he died. And it left her haunted for quite some time. Such a pity. Quite sad. So sad. Then, flash forward back to the present day. We we come to Karen, where Karen she was inside the church but then Ben Poindexter shows up in the Daredevil suit and kills the priest and a couple other civilians. He overpowers Daredevil, yet he gets subdued by Karen with with a stick of candles. Next up, ah ah oh hi. This is the Netflix version of the this is the Netflix version of Daredevil DK Bones. Be sure to like and share this stream since you're here. Also, then we come yeah. Then we come to the next episode where we where it Nadine. Focus on Nadine focuses on Nadim, the FBI agent that is under Fisk's payroll. He was starting to become disgusted with so much of what's been happening with Fisk and everything that he wanted to find a way out, but he was worried for his family's sake. With in episode 11, and but then when he came to Karen Page, they were looking to turn themselves in, but a, a fight and a dispute between the feds and the cops broke out, and Nadine had to intervene to break it up and convince them that they would take Karen to the NYPD instead. This, when the FBI official named Wellers informed Fisk inside his little about Nadine having having letting the cops take Karen, it angered him into saying, "Give me your jacket." So he took the jacket, wraps it around Weller's bald head, and starts punching and bleeding him to death. Man, out of anger too. Nadine returned to his home to check on his wife and son. He was relieved they're okay, and lucky for him, the real Daredevil Matt Murdock arrived to help Nadim save his family, in which he did. And at the end of this episode, he reveals his identity to to Murdoch reveals himself to Nadine, advising that he can help get him out, get him through this in one piece. I'm also not well. I'm not also. I'm not even sure if this episode where Foggy is being pressured by his brother to drop out of the race, or if it was the 12th episode of season 3. However, given given time, we we do see we do see the fact that it's never that easy when it comes to living in a system like this that has so much being consolidated into one organized hive. Episode episode 12 now focuses on on her more on her more on Nadine, and with Murdoch working to help keep him safe and him and his family safe. Oh, subscriber subscription went up. Huh. Okay. All right. Let's get back to where we were. Okay. Yeah. Matt and Nadim. Matt was with Nadim in a police vehicle being escorted to a safe house, only for the driver to end up getting shot by some of Fisk's thugs. And then they had to fight for their own survival. As soon as they got out there, yeah, a handful of thugs coming out from nowhere and started shooting at them. With Matt's help, Nadim was able to take out two of them with his gun from inside the van through the through the holes that through the bullet holes that were shot on the right side. Then they got out of the van and started making their way out of the kill zone, coming face to face with even more goons. And the final round of them was really tough, especially this big guy that was trying to strangle Nadine to death, but lucky for him, he had Matt to take him down by hitting him in the back of the head with his cane. Yep. Yeah. Then they got to safety. Soon, Matt was able to convince. Then they went to a local jury to have everything sorted out. But it all backfired when when Matt listened into them from inside the room. They were all compromised by this. And this provoked Nadim turning turning down protection from Bobby Nelson and Matt, and decided to run away and take matters into his own hands on keeping his wife and son safe from harm. Yeah, it's really tough when you get caught in the mixed crossfires of stuff. It really can be a real stress full of hell and dangerous. Yeah. Poor Nadine. Ugh, sorry, it's kind of 11:33 at night here, folks. But let's also Nadine went to his house and started recording messages on his phone, where he where he is looking to say his goodbyes to his wife and son, while while confessing much of what he knows, what he has on his grasp on the FBI. Especially as Dan he even tells the truth on it out rats the truth out on his boss for the murder of a fellow FBI agent. That that takes place in the next episode of the finale, of course. Oh wow, wow, wow! Oh my God! Yeah. Next up, the episode ends with Nadim accepting his death and execution by Bullseye, aka Ben Poindexter, outside in his backyard. Out in the backyard, of course, but only so that his wife and son can live happy, safe and sound. And now we finally come to the series finale of this show, the Napkin, something titled the Napkin. Yeah, oh yes, it all starts with the fallout from Nadim's murder, which the corrupt FBI agents deemed as home suicide, called him miraculously ill. It's such political gaslighting. It's disgusting too. That's exactly what we would get out of corrupt officials is gaslighting. And that really sucks that we gotta keep treating these. Uh, well, I'd rather just keep going. Let's just stay focused. Oh, oh yeah. Karen was back at the out at the news at the publisher she got fired from and handed her boss a cell phone with an FBI agent with Nadim confessing much of what he knows about Fisk and his men. Meanwhile, Daredevil contacts Poindexter and leads him over to a kitchen on one of the upper floors of one of the buildings, leading him to where Fisk would keep the bodies of his loved one known as Julie and, along with others. When he found Julie, it enraged Poindexter, and that, or rather than doing the right thing, her death provoked him into going after him in the Daredevil suit. But of course, Matt tells Ben that Fisk is having a wedding with Vanessa. Then, soon as soon as Vanessa and Wilson Fisk were officially married, Ben Poindexter started making his assault on the hotel, killing many guards that got in his way while masquerading in the Daredevil suit. Yeah, and he was rampaging like shit. Fucking shit, of course. And there, he came to this room that he started crashing the after party of their wedding, showing up and attempting to kill them all. Wow. Yeah. Luckily, the real Daredevil Murdoch shows up to stop him. Luckily, the real Daredevil shows up to stop him. And here they go fighting. Wow. Okay. Hang on, I'm trying to think. Yeah. Kingpin, Bullseye, and Daredevil all fought against each other, one on one. Kingpin, when Bullseye was attempting to kill Vanessa to make Fisk suffer for having his for having the woman he had for having his woman murdered, he ends up getting his back cracked by Fisk, who rammed just from ramming him straight against the wall, crippling him. Murdoch, on the other hand, was able to defeat Kingpin, but just before he was going to kill him, out of anger, out of rage, and out of fear, he was stopped by Vanessa's plea. He and they started negotiating, and it helped Matt Murdoch wake up to understand that that now that he feels like he's being too much of a coward, living in fear himself. And now, by doing the right thing, he spares Kingpin. And there, they negotiated the terms of his arrest that and for and that he would leave Karen and Foggy alone. On one condition, that he would leave Vanessa alone. And so they agreed in the end. Sadly for Kingpin, on the other hand, he never gets to say goodbye to Vanessa while they were both being arrested and escorted to separate prisons. And that kind of hurt poor Willie. Poor Willie. Willie Kingpin. Da, 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 da. Yeah. In the end, Matt and Karen were able to reconcile, and he was able to reconcile with many more, with others, even with Foggy. And as for Foggy Nelson, He see after watching after seeing after seeing his rival candidate for the DA's office uh, called Power finally renouncing his alignment with the Kingpin and standing up to him, Foggy was more than happy to drop out of the race and cast his vote for his rival. And there they finally reconciled as well. At the end, also with Foggy, Karen, and Matt celebrating their second victory over Wilson Fisk, they decided Foggy and Foggy and Matt decided to not only get back together as as lawyers, but also have Karen join them as a team. And the series ends with Bullseye getting his surgery done on his back at an undisclosed location. Well, and there you have it. That is my analysis for the finale of the show. Well, I'm yet to watch the third episode of Born Again. I mean, tomorrow I've got to hold my DualShock Sci-Fi Uncle T and Arza Chet and others joining me for Legend of Zelda. And and I will do a good job on covering much of what there is to know about the video game's history. But for now, I have to end my stream now, folks. Thank you for tuning in. And I have to admit, Disney is never gonna outshine Netflix on this show. Yeah, I mean, they've already put too much faith in AI, and they already let a lot of people down just from killing off Foggy and not having Deborah and Wolf shoot more scenes of her character after after that opening. Well, good night, folks. Sergeant Garatina out.